before we jump into the other Masai stuff specifically, in terms of the conversation with you, I just want to play a bit for people who didn't hear Ernie Johnson and Masai Ujiri last night on Instagram, and they talked about the hopes and possibility. Dylan, we're going to run clip 2 here, obviously. The hopes and the possibilities of continuing this NBA season at some point this year. Here's the conversation with EJ and Masai.
We all have tons of ideas, and I think first of all, I commend Adam Silver, for making that decision. Ernie, I was in the NBA offices having a meeting with him few weeks before all of this, and Adam, it was 4 or 5 of us. It was an NBA Africa board meeting. And after the meeting, Adam started talking about this virus, and the way he talked about it and how passionate he was, about where this thing was going, was incredible to see. And in my mind, I tell my wife this, and now I'm telling the whole world this, I can't believe it. And I was like, man, why is he being so dramatic about this? Almost like, yeah, you think like that, and this is how serious this is. This is how we have to pay attention to this and stay home and social distance and just practice social distancing. And he had the foresight, he had the vision. And you think it's not only him starting this for the league, for other leagues, it opened up a whole can in this world, it opened it up clearly, and that's leadership, that is leadership. And I know, with all the input, his leadership team in the NBA and how he directs and how leads, he'll come up with something great, and he's taking all our inputs. I am confident, that we'll get back playing in some kind of way, Ernie. And we miss the game, man. We miss sports. We miss the game.
Again, that was Masai Ujiri talking to Ernie Johnson on Instagram Live last night. Tim, my question to you is, if Masai is hopeful, does that make you hopeful?
I don't know.
Good answer.
I don't know. I don't know that we know anything, and I struggle with these hopeful and when and how and if questions, because I think we've just got to watch what's happening in Europe right now. Listen, China just right off, and the Chinese Basketball Association, as your brother said, is not coming back right now. So I don't know. I don't know that we can learn anything from China, because I don't know that they've been truthful with any of this.
They haven't. Yeah, you're right.
So let's look to Germany. Let's look to Italy and Spain and figure out what the trajectory of this will be. And besides Real Sociedad and Bayern Munich and a couple of Bundesliga teams, Real Sociedad, I don't know that we know anything right now.
No.
So
no, you're right.
If Masai is smarter than I, so he's hopeful, maybe I should be more hopeful. But I mean, I'm hopeful. Period. I just don't know when.
It's the right take. It's the safe take, because it's based in the knowledge that we all have, which is not much. The optimist in me, because I am having a good day, feels good to hear that from Masai. I enjoy hearing that from Masai. I feel a little stronger hearing that from Masai. And couple that with what Bob Nicholson, CEO of the Oilers, said earlier today, Timmy, saying that the league have absolutely no problems doing a July, August, September end of the season. 0. So that's been discussed, because everything's been discussed. But you're right. At the end of the day, what do we know? Nothing. Who knows how this is actually going to play out? Nobody. So I don't disagree with your take at all, and just let me have my hope. Not that you're not, but just let me have my little morsel of, if Masai feels good about it, then I'll feel good about it as well.
Let me ask you a question. Was that all that you got from the talk between Ernie and Masai? Because I grabbed two things in my head that I wanted to talk about in that conversation.
Is
and I thought,
is
okay,
one of them
the
Kawhi?
hope is good. One of them's Kawhi and one of them's DeMar, and the interaction between those two bits of information that came out to me was remarkably interesting.
I agree. I liked them both. I was really taken aback at the Kawhi thing. So if you want to go down that road right now, I'm more than willing.
Okay, we're up against it, and I know Richard Southern's coming up soon. So let me just encapsulate two stories. He still has to work to do to repair his relationship with DeMar DeRozan, and he has a great relationship with Kawhi Leonard. Am I encapsulating those two stories properly in two sentences?
Yep. I'd say you are. You there, Timmy?
Sorry, I'm coughing. Sorry, I just pushed mute.
Forgive me. It's tough to see you cough when I can't see you. But that was, you know what? To hell with the cough button, because then I'll know what's going on. It's same on my end. If I have to cough, I'll let you know.
Just cough.
When you and I are not in the same area code, we're allowed to just cough and let each other know that what we're doing. No, and
I got
what I
bros
said was,
in different area codes.
Yes, you do.
So which one is more intriguing to you?
Kawhi.
He has work to do to
Kawhi.
Great relationship with Kawhi Leonard. You stop me. Go.
The quote exactly about Kawhi goes like this. And he talked about how his son is FaceTiming Kawhi's daughter during this pandemic. And Masai wasn't kidding when he said that. So the one quote from Masai that really got me was, with Kawhi, we just built a relationship where we trusted each other, and that friendship has evolved even bigger as he left, and I'm proud of that. I was not expecting that yesterday. I was not looking for that yesterday. I was not anticipating anything about Kawhi Leonard past the business side of this, Tim. And then as I sat there and I thought about it, let's just play the game for a second here in the couple minutes we have left that players' contracts end when they're supposed to end. Okay? Let's play that game. So the year after next season, where Kawhi's coming up as a free agent, and the Raptors have basically no one left on the books. Like, let's for a moment just do the math on this. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Kawhi at a neutral site in August and September of this year doesn't beat LeBron. And then let's assume the 2021 season also maybe doesn't go the Clippers' way. And let's just say it turns into a thing where it's a bit more negative than people expect. You know, maybe the good times with Steve Ballmer running around at a press conference ain't what they used to be, right? That quote in that Ernie Johnson conversation yesterday, to me, opens a door, because I wasn't aware of this. You weren't aware of this. None of us was aware of this. And I find it both bizarre and intriguing that if you miss out on Giannis, or maybe you don't miss out on Giannis, maybe Kawhi Leonard has something up his sleeve. He took someone with him before. He's going to need some help along the line somewhere. The Raptors will have space. Look, it's April 14th. We haven't had sports for over a month. I'm doing this. They are friends. They have a relationship, Tim. On to Summer, make her relax. Start the Kawhi Leonard coming back to Toronto discussion.
I think you can jump to that conclusion just as easily as you could jump to the conclusion that Kawhi could recruit Masai via Steve Ballmer to L.A.
No, I don't like that part.
For the market that we're in right now, I like yours better because I understand where it is. And this is the thing, the one thing that I've always said about the Kawhi leaving story and your take on the Kawhi, like why the hell would he leave story, is that I believe that Kawhi owes Toronto and the Raptors organization and Masai a lot. And Toronto, the reliving the parade made me realize again how much Toronto owes Kawhi. Like 24 years of suffering, one guy, 1 year, with some really good help Although, let's be honest, that help got a lot better last year than it had the reputation for before. I know we got to go here, but there is, like, if Masai keeps that smooth, I would not close the door to anything. Because as you look back at what Alex McKechnie and the Sports Science Group did for Kawhi Leonard, how Kawhi left the city of Toronto, like, the vast majority of people hugged him on the way out. Like, I know there are a few that took the same way that you took it, but the vast majority of people said, thank you for the championship, best of luck at home. And I would not close the door on any of this. And when I heard Masai say what he said yesterday, I thought that's the way to play it.
Yeah, I like how he played it, because it was in a way subtle, and in another way it was a 2x4. It was a hacksaw Jim Duggan between the eyes, because no one really expected to hear that. But I love the story. Do I think that would happen? No, but I love the story too. And I love it even better here on April the 14th.